Alright, welcome back to Skyscraper Sim. This lift has just closed, so we're going to call it back. But we're doing another throwback because, why not? Throwbacks, things that we haven't seen in forever. And today, this is something that I have not visited since the very early days of the channel. So it's probably about time we visit it. This lift here looks pretty normal. And so what's the surprise? Well, there's something going on here. You can see a control panel. We have the Dumbwaiter lift building. This is something that I first did about like 8 years ago, over 8 years ago now I think it is at the time of recording. So we'll take a revisit of it. So here is the control panel for this thing. As you can see, we've got an open button. Oh, that's back here. We'll ride that in a bit. Some random activity. So it opens itself. It has an automatic timer on it. There's a slight gap going on there. You can also hold it. I would like to think that works. Let's see, does it work? I think it works. Looks like it works. Yeah, of course you can close it as well. I think there's a very slight gap in those doors. You can send it up from here. Call button, of course. I think one will probably just act the same. We'll see. Realistically, that call button is probably not very needed because I'm expecting... Oh no, one doesn't do anything. But you can then send it up to 2. And we'll see if the one button works. Wait for it to level. Wonder if this close button will work from here. It does. Press 1. Let's see if that one button works. No, you have to use a call button. So interesting, those are disabled on the actual floors. See, I would think at that point you would just take this out entirely and you'd just replace the relevant one with just a call button, rather than having it separate and have this do nothing. But with that being said, we're going to try and take a ride in this lift. So I press 3. No. Let me in. Let me in. I'll try and get in anyway. We're in. Let's take a ride. This is slightly strange, but we're going to do it anyway. Weird internal doors. I will say that about it. Here's what the cab looks like. I don't want to go up too far, otherwise you'll see just nothingness. Here's what it looks like inside. Looks like this. We'll exit out in a very unusual way. We're here on 3 now. Let's see if there's any mechanisms on top. Press the call button as well. I don't think this has got mechanisms inside. I think this was before that time in the simulator. Yeah, there's nothing. Could have something underneath. Like, it's very easy to put like a hydraulic ram or something underneath a lift, but who knows. Press that button because why not? Tell this is an older era simple building. There's no connection wall there. There's one here though. And there's ones there. There's always been ones there. Should be able to press 1 there now when it goes down. And hop in. And we'll head back down. Back down on this very interesting lift setup. And here we are back down at 1 in this thing. Well, here it is. Very cool little thing actually, I quite like it. Something that I think more buildings should make proper use of. But now we'll take a ride on this thing. This is a very slightly modified version of the regular lift. It's got random activity on, but there's not a whole lot we can do about that. Well, I suppose there technically is, isn't there? Can do that. All of a sudden there's no inside calls anymore. How did that happen? Mostly the usual cab, however this part here is slightly different. Oh, we're stopping. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. For now. Take a quick ride in this. The shorter Skyscraper sim video, but I want to revisit this since I don't actually think I've been in that building looking at that Dumbwaiter lift since, well, since I last did a video on it. One thing I do want to do is I want to go on 4 and I want to see if there's any remnants at the top of the shaft visible. First we'll get up to 10 in this thing. You'll have heard that motor sound quite loudly if you have headphones in your left ear. And we've got a call in for 9. We're going to just change that. Really? Don't have the time for this. Pressing the wrong button. There we go. Made it work. Can bypass any calls that we encounter should we need to. Why have we just passed 4? What is that all about? Hello, I have a call for 4 going on here. What's happened? Alright, the lift is not working properly. No. Oh, I think that worked. There we go. Let's see, is there any remnants at the top of the Dumbwaiter lift shaft here? No, there isn't. It's been very well hidden. That's very good. Where are you going? 7? I think not. I will do something about this momentarily. We'll get back down to 1 and finish. Make up a little bit of speed. Wrong button. Wrong button. Right button. Will that work? Yay, it worked. Surprisingly. Alright, now you can do whatever, I no longer care. Goodbye, regular lift. So here's this thing again, just to finish it off. As I say, it's a very intriguing little lift. I was going to look underneath actually, see if there's any hydraulics or anything underneath. I highly doubt it, but you never know. Press the call button so that it will return. Yeah, nothing. That's pretty much as I thought. But yeah, this is something that I think would be cool to see in more buildings. It's relatively simple to do. It's just basically mostly normal lift. Just call the control panels outside. Apart from that, reasonably normal lift. So this, and what else was there? This, and what else was there? Something that I really wanted to see more of. There's something else I wanted to see more of, and I've forgotten it, even though I was just thinking about it 30 seconds ago. But here's this. I think it's really cool. I can't remember who made this building at the moment. I'm sure someone could tell me if they remember. I can't remember at the moment, but let me know if you do know. And I shall add that to the description. But with that being said, I hope you've enjoyed this little revisit to a rather curious little lift. You know what buttons to press on the video page if you have enjoyed it. And with that being said, this lift is very far away, but this one's here. I'd like to thank you all for watching this video. Slightly shorter Skyscraper Sim 1, but they don't all have to be super long. Some of them can be a bit more concise. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and who knows what the next building I'll see you on is, but I will see you on the next building.